Behind the throne of command, the voice of the mind, sits God. Or so William and I, cousin to the Cyrenian queen, believed. And so there he set his little altar and called the space a chapel. There in that floating space behind the throne, where my eyes turn inward, the light of the sun crosses from two opposing windows to confuse and transform a space of shadow. Through a crescent crack in the ceiling above that neither Leo nor William before him ever noticed, the midwinter moon imprints its silver stamp. But the dwarves didn't build it for God. They built it for something older. Leo's 23 warriors, every one, have been woken from sleep and stand ready with their arms. The hall is heavy with their breathing, like an army in ambush. My dark glass flickers with the possibility of their power. Leo is here before them. He woke to a nightmare he immediately forgot, but which kept him from breathing. I know that nightmare. I have preserved it within my walls, building upon the fears of each monarch or lord or petty thief for all the years I have stood here. The dwarves, perhaps, planted its seed, but they did not make it a nightmare. It is the mind of man that did that. Light a lamp, he commands in the chapel, and it is done, though there is no need because of the moon. And get that priest. He means the one he has been keeping for this purpose, imprisoned and tortured and passed over to him at last by one of the clans less partial to priests, after the Anai monarchy fell. He was King William's priest before King William died here of a wasting sickness or whatever it was that killed him. Prince Leo, of course, is no follower of the Cyrenian god or his blessed savior. But since the fall of King William, barbarian sentiment toward this god and his followers has swung wildly. Prince Leo wants all the gods on his side and has particular personal reasons for craving an alliance with this one. He is playing it safe. He wants this marriage to a ghost woman whose very humanness barbarians doubt to be legal, especially in the eyes of those distant judges who sit so high and far on their civilized thrones, who think they judge all, and who once judged him. The priest is brought before him. From his knees, he raises his head to Leo and exposes hollow, reddened eyes, a sparse, grease-needle beard, bleeding lips. No, he groans with a madman's sudden sense of integrity. I will not perform a wedding in the dead of night. Leo snorts, as a strong horse snorts who is pulled too roughly by an inexperienced rider, his mouth falling open in a small, languid smile within the blonde curls of his beard. You will, he says, not bothering to raise his voice, or you will be dead before the light of day. He speaks to the priest in the Cyrenian language, which was his own mother tongue until he was 10 years old. My lord, comes a tremulous female voice from behind him, and Prince Leo turns to see the maidservant, a girl he has bedded once or twice, who has been caring for Rowan, holding her by the shoulders and nudging her forward like a little girl. Rowan's eyes glow in the dark. Her pupils flit toward the mass of men just below her so quickly that he hardly catches it. He feels a rush of protectiveness and power. Can you speak? He demands. Yes, whispers Rowan, and the red lips close.